Hi everyone, my name is Cassandra Anastasio and welcome to my instruction set project outline. This is part of our Edit 488 class and let's dive right in. The first is an overview of the assignment. For the grade, I've chosen grade 8s, specifically English Language Arts classes. The type of assessment this is a summative assessment, so this will be done towards the end of the unit Engaging the Future. This unit has a specific focus on scientific and technological innovation. Some materials that students will be needing for this assignment are a USB flash drive, which is provided by the school at the beginning of the year to every student, an iPad. These will be available from the technology carts at the school, and a chosen technology piece for their project. Some curriculum standards that I would like to address in this project are Alberta Education Curriculum Standards. The first one is 1.1, which is Discover and Explore. This is discussing the understanding and expression of ideas by connecting new and prior knowledge and experiences. 2.3, Understand Forms, Elements, and Techniques, discusses how the choice of form or genre of oral, print, and other media texts is appropriate to purpose and audience, while exploring creative use of elements and techniques such as language and visuals. And finally, 3.4, Share and Review, is about communicating ideas and information in a variety of oral, print, and other media texts, while integrating appropriate visual, print, and/or other media to inform and engage the audience. So as you can see, all of these standards have to deal with creating and engaging audiences, which is a big focus on this project. I have also included a national education technology standard for student, and that is Standard 1, Creativity and Innovation, where students will demonstrate creative thinking, construct knowledge, and develop innovative products and processes using technology. Another overview of the assignment is how many group members. This assignment can be done from 2 to 3 people. However, individual students, if they choose to and discuss with the teacher, are allowed to do it individually. In terms of the example assignment, it was done by myself and I did it individually just for time reasons. Class time for the assignment is 5 full blocks, and the due date is on Monday, December 11th, 2016. So tentatively, the 5 full blocks will be December 5th to the 9th. I have set 5 full blocks for this assignment because it is my hopes that this assignment would get done during class time. It would be beneficial for students to get this all done in class because they will have access to iPads. Every student will have access to an iPad, which ensures that no student is left without a piece of technology to work on this. Media type for this project are video and poster presentation tools, and I will go into those in depth a little bit later, but the first question I want to pose is why technology? I've included 2 videos, one by Alberta Education and the other is a TED Talk. I encourage you to watch these and learn about the different ways technology is affecting students and affecting the world. Technology helps foster innovation and creativity to create meaningful and authentic experiences in students and the learning environment. The instruction set assignment is broken down into 3 steps. In step 1, students will create a video that goes through the steps of using a chosen piece of technology. Remember, the textbook that students will be using in grade 8 defines technology as an object that was created by a machine. In present day, we see technology as iPads, the newest smartphone, or a different MacBook computer coming out. However, technology has changed throughout history, and it has changed and innovated in different ways. Students have the choice to use any piece of technology they want, whether it be a simple piece of technology like a toothbrush or a more complex piece of technology like a smartphone. Regardless of their chosen piece, students need to engage with the audience and keep in mind their audience while explaining the warnings and the instructions. Step 2 is that students will create an accompanying digital poster that outlines 3 warnings pertaining to both their chosen piece of technology and the dangers of the online world. Step 3 is that both parts of the assignment will be handed in via a school-provided USB. Poster 1 option is the website Glogster. The reason I have chosen this website is that it is free and it's available for all ages. It's also very easy to use. The format of it is very streamlined, it's very logical, and it's super easy to navigate through. It's also grade and age appropriate in terms of the language and the content. I have included a short video of myself going through the process of how to log into Glogster, create a short presentation, and finally, save and log out of Glogster. The second digital poster option is Poster My Wall. Once again, like Glogster, this is free. However, Poster My Wall is free to an extent. After students create a poster, they are able to save and download it. However, it will not be in a high quality format. From my experience, it has worked out just fine, and I didn't need to pay the extra money to have it downloaded in high quality. Poster My Wall is also very easy to use. Similar to Glogster, it has a very easy navigation and streamlined structure. Poster My Wall is also very beneficial because you can create posters, flyers, postcards, or banners. The video software I have chosen to include is iMovie. I would like students to use iMovie software because it is available pre-downloaded for free on every class iPad. So this allows every student to have the same platform, and if one student is having trouble with using iMovie, they could possibly have the opportunity to ask a fellow peer in the classroom on how to use it. However, students will always have access to the teacher for help and other technology experts in the school. iMovie also uses cloud computing software, which makes it very easy for students to work on their project wherever they want. Once again, iMovie is free, and from my experience, it is a very easy to use software program. I have included this short video on a gentleman from YouTube going through the steps on how to use iMovie, create an iMovie, and add different features in it. From my experience, it is very effective and he does a great job communicating. Now I'm going to dive into some example assignments and what constitute a weak and a strong assignment. Weak assignment 1 is this example on the screen. Now, reasons for it being a weak assignment is, first and foremost, the images are very, very distracting. When you look at this, your eyes point straight towards the images, and then you start to realize that there is text on the assignment screen. The writing is not clear though, since it's not formatted properly. It's also blending in with some of the colors in the background. So this would be an assignment that would be graded as a weak assignment and would not receive full marks in the content and structure and formatting criteria. The second weak assignment is a little bit more clear to see. There are very less few visuals than the last week assignment. However, there is still a limited amount of visuals and creativity. As you can see, there's not a lot of color in this presentation, and this could make the pen warnings not as engaging for audiences. Although there are 3 warnings listed there are very big spelling errors in them. When considering the audience, you have to be aware that there are different types of audiences, and when they read something, they want to read something very clear. If an assignment has spelling mistakes and formatting issues, it can get distracting and discouraging for audiences. Finally, we have an example of a strong assignment. Now, this example is strong for many reasons, and one that it is very clear to see that this is about pen warnings, since the title is at the top and centered of the page. Further, the author has included some visuals in this, which makes it visually appealing. There are also arrows pointing into different directions, which forms a logical and natural flow of thought. All of the warnings make sense and they are listed by numbers. Further, there's actually extra information on this poster, which serves as an effective tool for audiences. If they have a question about cyberbullying or guides to copyright, they can click on the embedded words on the screen that will take them to a different window and go to those websites for some extra information. So it's very helpful. Now we're going to look at the rubric of this assignment. So I have outlined the rubric into 6 criteria. The first is organizational structure and formatting. I have included excellent and weak assignment qualities, and the mark for organizational structure and formatting is 6 marks. Content is also out of 6, and so is personal engagement. I found that these 3 were the most important in terms of creativity and engaging the audience and forming a clear assignment. Effective communication and meaningful connections, and also logical connections to the course content is very important for this assignment, and thus it is reflected in the amount of marks each of these criteria has. Stylistic choice is worth 4 marks, and this is focusing on stylistic choices such as linguistic, literary, and visual devices. This is worth 2 more less marks than the first 3 subheadings. However, it's still worth 4 marks because these stylistic choices are the core of English language arts. Clear awareness to the impact on an audience also needs to be evident in their presentation. Function is worth 1 point, and spelling and grammar is worth 2 points. The function is just simply if both the video and the digital poster are functional when handing into the teacher. And the spelling and grammar is making sure that students have minimal grammatical and spelling mistakes. The reason these are worth less is because they're not focusing on the core curriculum standards for grade 8s, and also the project is focusing more on creating an instruction set and warnings that adhere to course content and provide a clear communication path to audiences. We want to foster textual and visual literacy skills within students to further form higher levels of Bloom's taxonomy thinking. Students are to create and express their knowledge through this presentation and instruction set. One of the great things about this project is how students are engaging with technology on a critical level, because they have to think about ways to communicate with audiences effectively. In terms of the instruction set project, from my experience, it was very engaging and a very innovative, authentic way for students to communicate course content and situate themselves in a real life context.